welcome back to The Wired Show, everybody. If you're new here, hi, I'm Diana, and my co-host is Samara, and this is our Wired Show. We pretty much talk about anything, TV shows we watch, our lives, anything trending in the news, anything that we really want to talk about. I don't know where Samara's at. I texted her, and I just called her as well, but she hasn't responded. I might call her again because I don't think my call went through to her. But I did text her and I did call her. I'm going to try that again real quick and see if it went through or not. Because there's some major topics revolving around her that I feel like she should be discussing about. But I don't know. In the meantime, I guess update about what I've been doing. I haven't really been doing anything much. I just I hung out with my boyfriend for a week, and we went swimming because it was finally nice. We went to the movies and we saw a couple movies. We saw the Garfield movie, which I thought was a good movie. I thought it was an okay movie. It wasn't my favorite. I thought it was a good concept. Overall, actually, I don't know why I say it was an okay movie. It was actually a really good movie. We saw that, and then we also saw In a Violent Nature, which I thought I would like because I'm into those horror movies or whatnot. But for me personally, I thought the movie was good. I just didn't like some of the shots that they had. It didn't even take my call through, so I'm gonna call her again and see if she picks up. Anyways, I saw In a Violent Night, and personally, I liked it, but there's just some parts of it that I didn't really like. I don't really want to spoil it, but some parts, some shots, I didn't really like. It focused too much on the main character walking too much in the forest, and also I didn't like a couple of the camera movements for a couple of the scenes, but overall I thought it was a pretty good movie. We also saw it super late at night. It was 9 o'clock, so we didn't get over until 11 something, but I personally thought that it was a good movie. So yeah, so my call went through, so she didn't get it, but yeah. So that's what I've been doing recently. I also recently been catching up on all of my TV shows. By catching up, I mean I didn't really watch anything. I've been watching The Amazing Race, and I watch that, when I can. I've been watching with my sister. I think we're into episode 5 or 6 right now. So I've been watching that, and I've also I just finished watching the first episode of The Masked Singer. I know I'm very far behind. I don't really care about spoilers because I kind of already knew who won. But I just finished the first episode of that, and I was very shocked that Demi Lovato was actually, is this Samara right now? Oh, this is Samara right now. She is calling me. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. There we go.
Hey.
What is up? I was wondering where you're at. I was like, let's record tonight because I'm busy tomorrow.
You're really bad. Yeah, I totally forgot until you called me. I was like, oh, damn it. Okay.
That's fine. I was just talking about what I did, but I think we should talk about your school because I saw tons of posts about it, and I saw you posted a ton about it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Okay. So, how was this? This was last week. I think this was last Friday. Yeah, it was last Friday. I go on Instagram, of all places, and I see it says my school posted on Instagram, oh, UArts is closing. And I didn't really think anything of it because I was like, oh yeah, they're just closing for the summer. They're just announcing they're closing for the summer. And everyone I followed for my school, my friends, everyone I graduated with was freaking out. And I was like, wait, are they closed? And that was the case. And then they said, oh, there's a town hall meeting on Monday. And then the town hall meeting happened. No, it didn't happen. They sent the link the day before. They sent the link the day of, and then 10 minutes before the town hall was supposed to start, they canceled it.
Oh. Interesting.
So it's crazy because we didn't know the school was closing, like at all. Like this entire senior year, I did not know the school was closing. They didn't tell us during graduation. The teachers didn't even know. The staff didn't know. All the students who are underclassmen didn't know. So now all the students who are underclassmen are scrambling, trying to find an art school that will take their credits.
So it's official that they're officially closing?
Yeah, they're officially closing.
Dang.
So I'm just hoping like they just send out my degree soon because they're closing in June. And I asked my friends, I was like, when we're getting our diplomas? And they're like, oh, in July. And I'm like, but the school's closing in June. How are they gonna send it out by July? I don't know.
I thought people were protesting. I saw tons of articles that students were protesting about it. Did that not do anything?
A lot of people were mostly just protesting because, well, at first, the first protest on Monday was supposed to be like a protest and a get together before the meeting, but since the meeting didn't happen, it kind of turned into like a protest where it's like some people were like protesting, trying to like save your arts and stuff like that, and I think most people are also just protesting because they're upset and they want to like showcase how upset they are, and they want to get like the news on it so people can know about it, because it feels like the school is just trying to kind of push this out, kind of wait it out or something.
Okay. That's so unfortunate. I know Cabrini just recently closed and now your school is closing that. That's so unfortunate. Do they just not have enough funds for it? Or, like, do they just not have enough people attending it? Or, like...
It's weird because we didn't get, like, an answer for it. Like,
no
at
one...
all. Like, that was what the town hall meeting was supposed to be for, to answer those questions. But we didn't. Like, all of us knew that the school was, like, struggling with money. And, like, last year they struggled with, like, admission. But the school never really detailed how bad it was until, like, literally last week. Last week when they announced they were closing. Like, none of us knew. Like, when I graduated, they did not mention at all that this is going to be like the last graduation of the school or anything. And now the president of my school resigned like literally today.
Yeah, if I was an alumni, I would be annoyed because like no one told me I would like to explore and not explore but like visit my school one last time before they close. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, and we were told as seniors that we had like a whole year to use our like account.
Yeah.
Our school account before they close it. But now that the school is officially closing, now all of us have to scramble to back up everything.
Oh,
and I still have to back up close. So they close on the 7th.
Oh, that's really soon. Wow. That is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry to hear that. I did hear around the good news though. I saw that Drexel posted about it that they are willing to take a bunch of UArt students, and I'm reading an article that they posted to their school website that they are committed to supporting students currently enrolled or just starting at the University of Arts to consider the next step as educational careers. I don't know what they're doing for it, but it seems like they're willing to help students.
Yeah, a lot of art schools, like one of the few, because unfortunately, this is not the only art school that's closed in Philadelphia. There's another school that closed last year. There's this other school, which is funny. It was another school I applied to, like back when we were seniors in high school. They are taking UArt students, like scholarships and stuff. So a lot of schools have been responding well to this but my concern is that, like, I feel so bad for all my friends who are underclassmen because they're going to be separated. Because some people can't go to maybe the same school because of maybe financial aid or whatever, or, like, they don't have their major there. So it's so upsetting because especially, like, we both know what it's like to have our senior year derailed.
Yeah.
But, like, I cannot imagine if you're class of 2025 and this is happening the summer before your senior year. and
Yeah.
you can't even graduate from the school you were at for the past,
Yeah.
like, that's
That's
awful.
annoying. I kind of relate to it, but I feel even more bad because I know what it's like transferring to a school and not knowing anybody, but just from what you're hearing, these people are transferring to schools not even with their friends or their peers and just like nobody that they know really with them,
Hmm.
which is very sad to hear because I know what it was like transferring to a school and not really having a lot of people to hang out with. I think from college I made maybe a good like 3 or 4 friends out of the 2 years that I was there because my first year I was in a relationship and hung out with the same people, and then when my relationship ended everyone cut me off except for one person. And then my senior year I got into another relationship and was mainly only there on weekdays, so I was never really there to hang out with people on weekends. So I kind of knew when I got into a relationship that I wasn't gonna really have time for friends, but I knew like a relationship is better because I didn't really have that many people to socialize with. So I feel the aspect of the students being like, oh, I'm gonna transfer to a school, I'm not gonna have any friends to socialize with, and like, what am I gonna do? I understand that.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, I literally just I just checked my email recently, and it's like they just now sent like important information about like what to do next, which is so weird because it's like I think the one good thing that has come out of all of this is that everyone at my school kind of came together as a community and helped each other out. Like these past few days, I've been like constantly checking my Instagram. That's why I've been like posting so much of my stories because
Mm-hmm.
it's information that's like important. Like a lot of people have to get like their transcripts before the school closes or back
Uh-huh.
up their stuff and get their records and everything like and get their FAFSA done. And a lot of students, even people who just graduated like us, like who really in all honesty, like they're doing all this work despite being graduates, and they could easily just be like, oh, but like no, they're really helpful. And that's like the best thing out of this is
That's
like
that's
so
good.
many people at my school truly do care enough about each other out of all this.
That's good. That's just annoying that they don't give you like a either like a response of what happened. They're also giving very people a very short time until what is it, Friday? Is the 7th?
Yeah.
Until Friday to like
Yeah.
get everything. Um like all your work saved, everything, like your transcripts you said, everything. That's not a lot of time at all
Mm-hmm.
to really get
It's not.
anything. I would be panicking. I don't know how. I don't know any other UART students, but I can imagine they're very my best wishes go to them. I really hope that they do find a school that accepts their credits and they're able to find new friends and still stay in touch with the people that they made friends with at UArts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so like disheartening because I feel like a lot of people we don't know what's gonna happen to like the school buildings. I did see something. It was like a headline. One of the people from my school posted where it's like Temple is trying, like someone on like the board at UArts is like working with Temple to see if they can like create a quick merger of UArts into Temple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that would mean, but like, I also hope they keep the building because like one of the main buildings of UArts is like the art steps that you
Uh-huh.
see people protest in front of. They can't get rid of that. Like, I mean, hopefully they don't get rid of that because I know, like, it's Philly. They're always building something
Uh-huh.
on top of something.
Yeah. That's very unfortunate to hear. I keep seeing you posting about it and I keep seeing articles about it. I was like, dang, that's very unfortunate that it's such short notice about it. Um For other news, I saw this actually today when I was going through topics, but apparently, like a lot of people are canceling their tours because they're not able to sell out like big arenas at all. So I saw like Justin Timberlake, Pink, and like the Jonas Brothers. They canceled specific tour dates. Like the Jonas Brothers, they canceled their European tour. I think Pink and Justin Timberlake they canceled specific tour dates and changed them to like smaller arenas because a lot of people aren't selling out compared to like the big artists out there.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's been a problem for like the past like few years. Like concert tickets are so expensive that no one even really goes to them that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I feel like if you're not Taylor Swift or Beyonce right now, it's not you can't have like really high concert ticket prices. Like you need to kind of lower them a bit because people will spend any money to see Taylor Swift right now. Taylor Swift is like the biggest act right now. And Beyonce, people will pay any money to see Beyonce, but like people probably will not pay anything to see Justin Timberlake. They'll probably pay maybe a smaller amount, but like, yeah, they just have to be lower. I feel like that probably will help a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know the ticket prices of concert tickets these days, but I know one of my friends is going to see Taylor Swift, and I know concert tickets were like, she's like, I got them cheap for $200, but I don't know how much other artists are selling for. But I remember when I haven't been to like a concert since like 2018, like of a big star, and even back then, I feel like they weren't that expensive. I feel like they were like 150 or 100 each.
Yeah, they used to be like 200 maximum.
Yeah.
Now 200 is like the nosebleed seats. And it's ridiculous because it's not worth it to me at all. Like I can't justify it.
For me, it's I guess people go for, like, the experience of being able to create memories with their friends to going with a concert, but, like, most of the time, like, if there's an artist I wanna see, I'll just look up, like, someone will always upload a YouTube video of, like, the whole entire concert and post it to
Yeah.
YouTube, and mean, I don't care how bad or good the quality is, it's literally the video of the concert, or, like, you can literally see them performing other shows, and you can just get a whole collection of it.
Yeah. I don't know what artist I would pay a lot of money to see in concert, but I do know that like so far there's not that many I would pay a lot of money to see. Because my thing, if I'm paying a lot of money, I want to get like good seats. I don't
Yeah.
want to pay like $500 and I'm still like far away and I can barely hear anything.
Mhm. I don't know. I haven't none of my people that I listen to are, like, going on concerting tours soon or anytime soon, and plus I've already seen them in concert, so there's not really anybody that I would be, like, dying to see in concert because I've seen all of my favorite people already.
Yeah.
When I was, like, probably between of, like, ages, like, 8 to 14 was, like, the time I went to concerts, like, I've gone to concerts, but they haven't been, like, big artists, but, like, I feel like most of, like, my young through, like, my teenage years was, like, my concert era, and now that I'm older, like, I don't feel the need to go to them anymore.
Yeah.
And also,
I
like,
feel
because
like
of
I kind
COVID
of
as well.
yeah. I feel like I've never really gone to any concerts, mostly just because time, money, it just never worked out that way. But now I don't know, like, it's weird. I feel like pre-pandemic concert going is so different than now. So it's kind of like, I don't want to have to worry about like what type of bag to bring. I know you have to bring the clear bags to a lot of venues, but even the size of the bag matters depending on the venue. And then some people are just like I've seen like the people who like are screaming at concerts, like not just like normal screaming, but like they're screaming through every set, like to the point where you can't even hear the artist singing. And I'm just like, I can't do that.
No, also, there's so many instances of people getting injured at concerts, it's just, like, not a thing for me. I went to a show recently, and, like, I got pushed around a lot, and I it was not a fun
Mm-hmm.
time for me. I had people dancing on top of me, I had people spilling drinks on me, and it was very, very claustrophobic and crowded, so it was not my I enjoyed the concert, but it was not my thing. I did not enjoy the lady that was or the I don't even know how old she was. She was probably around my age, but she was literally dancing on top of me, dancing on top of my boyfriend, and I was like, "Girl, you can't
Oh
dance
no.
here. Like, there's this much space between people. You cannot be shaking your booty
Oh no.
to music if
Um,
there's, like, this much space in the place." It was ridiculous.
that's ridiculous. Yeah. Especially because like I don't know, people are just weird at concerts now. To the point where it's like I don't know. I just don't know.
People are just rude at concerts, I feel like. I haven't had any like rude
Yeah.
encounters, but people are just like they'll just get like obnoxious and then just it depends on the concert you go to. But the ones I've been to, people have been wasted and then they just act, wasted and it's a safety hazard. But
Yeah.
other than
And
that,
like the worst thing, like the best seats in the house are also sometimes the most dangerous ones because if you get like pit, you're gonna get crushed.
yeah,
Not like crowd crush, but like sometimes like people just storm the stage and it's like I don't even want to deal with that.
yeah. I saw this. I don't know how I feel about this, but I think yeah. Who is it? Larry Connor. He's some like billionaire, but another person is planning to build some sort of contraption or some sort of capsule to explore the Titanic. And I was like, why are we doing this again? Did we not learn from the first time?
I saw that, I heard of that, and people were already joking about it. And I'm like, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be successful the second time around.
I really
But I
don't.
hope no one gets hurt.
I saw that he like talked about it and he says like he's like making sure all the safety features are fine. He said that it's not even happening until 2026 that he doesn't even have the budget for it. But I saw like I don't know if it's the like official images of it, but like rumor images of it, and I don't know what they're thinking with this design. I saw this design because my friend sent it to me and I was like, what is this?
Oh no, that looks like a stapler.
My friend told me it looks like a pencil sharpener, and it low-key does.
I mean, it's better than the tin can that was the original one. But that doesn't even look any better.
But like I'm looking at it like, is this the only viewing area you got? Is this tiny small little spear dome? Obviously it's gonna be bigger, but like just looking at it and I'm like just like looking at the size of it, how many people can you fit in there?
Probably like I'm probably pushing it when I say this, but like maybe 5 if you squeeze them in there.
I just don't think it's a good idea. And he's like, no, we're gonna make sure that it's like safe and everything, and we're gonna go through all procedures, and we don't have the budget for it. But I'm like, is it like a good idea to do? Is it really like the best idea to do? No, it's really not.
No, because like the whole reason why the original submersible crushed was under the weight of the ocean. You're still like it doesn't matter what type of like way it's designed. If the ocean water is so heavy that it can literally like crush.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna do that because especially these companies are not working with like actual science, like marine scientists and stuff. Like they're kind of going rogue.
I don't see the hype for it. I saw this and I don't get the names for these days, but Trisha Paytas had her second baby and she named her baby girl Elvis, which I have nothing with the name. I don't have a problem with the name, but I just think that these days are coming up with so very unique names to name their kids. She even customized like a shirt for her baby that says Elvis has entered the building or Elvis has arrived. And I'm like, is that kid gonna grow up and like that name?
No, I feel like Trisha Paytas is like she's like a troll to the point where I think like she names her kids these names for like the internet's reaction.
I mean, a nickname would be L, that's fine, but like the actual name Elvis, I mean, it's already a star himself. I wouldn't like want to take away from it and name my kid after that. I don't think anyone is named Elvis besides Elvis Presley. I don't know about that one, but
yeah, and even then I don't know if like is Elvis like even a stage name or something. So I don't even know if that's his real name.
I don't know, but I just think like out of all the names, you could have named your baby something else, and I feel like people are trying to be so unique with like their baby names. Like I know for me, I want to name my baby something that like not everybody knows of, but that is not too uncommon. But not something like way out there. I don't know how to describe it. Like I saw what was it? Not to hate on this family, but like I'm not gonna call them out specifically, but I know that they named their child Beckham and they named the middle name of their child Blue. And I was like, why would you name your middle name for your child a color?
Yeah.
Not to call the family out, but the family already has issues. It is. You probably already know who they are, but I just think I mean, it's not like it's their first name, but still, even just like that, it's like, here's a funny story. My parents named my middle name after a color because they couldn't think of any other name.
Yeah, I feel like also like a lot of these like people are they're usually like influencers or celebrities that have weird names for their kids.
Some of them I like, some of them I think are unique, but some of them are just like, why would you name your kid that?
Yeah, I feel like the thing is, I think a lot of people, especially now, since like like Northwest and like Blue Ivy, like they're famous kids and they have famous moms. I think a lot of people are now like, oh, I want to name my kid a unique, iconic name like that, but it just doesn't work that way, you know?
Yeah. I think when I first, like, I think it first kind of started with the Shaytards, but even their names are, their kids' names of Avia, Gavin, Emmy, and Brock, they're not, like, too odd, but they're not too common. And also Daxton as well. They're not common, but, like, they're not, like, completely out there where it's like, I've never heard of that name before. I at least know people that have that name. I feel like that's where it started, but I think it's just the area maybe, or just people in that area. I don't know. People within like the California, Utah, Arizona area, they all just have names for their kids that are just outrageous. Not to call anybody out. You can name your kid whatever you want, but I just think some of them are a little bit out there.
Yeah, a lot of people have been naming their kids weird names, and it's definitely based on like what area you're in. I know a lot of people like in like the South have like they always name their kids with like something with like lay on the end, like Ashley or Kaylay or like something like that. That's always popular like in like the South or something. But yeah, I noticed a lot of like the Utah influencers and the California influencers. It's always like something rose or something blue or something, something like that. I've seen that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the area, but like I don't know. To me, it's just I wouldn't name your kid something like that. Like yeah, you have to take into consideration like when your kid grows up, are they gonna want to like that name? Are they gonna appreciate that name? Are they gonna get bullied for that name? Are they gonna, you know, want to change their name later in life? No, those are things you need to think about when you name a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it just feels like if you're gonna name somebody like a person or a human being that's gonna live for so many years, and that is, you want to make a legacy out of them. Why would you go something completely outlandish where they could get the chance to get bullied for or get picked on for? I don't know.
Yeah, because kids can't really legally change their name until they turn 18, so
I'm
they have
not.
to live with that for the first 18 years of their lives.
Yeah, I know. I saw this. I don't know how I feel about this, but a lot of restaurants are getting rid of their QR code menus, and I've only been to a few restaurants that had like their QR code scanner for their menus, but a lot of people are against it. I don't mind it. I just think it's a little bit annoying, especially like if the place doesn't have service or not that well serviced. It takes forever to load their menu, but like I don't really have a problem with QR menus.
Oh, QR menus. Like every restaurant I've been to that's like a sit down place has had like actual paper or like the plastic folder menus. That's interesting.
I don't know some of the restaurant chains that they named. I think a bunch of John Fraser restaurants in New York and Nami Normi and Zumi as well. I don't know any of those places, but I've only been to a few places that had QR codes for their menus, and a lot of people are against it. I think the Washington Post posted about it, and there was a survey that was done by Technomic that revealed that 88% of people preferred paper menus in 2022, but like I don't really have a preference. As long as if you're going to do a QR code, make sure you have good connection in your building so it doesn't take 5 minutes to load your menu.
I would say my preference would probably just be paper menus, just because they're a little bit easier. Because I know for me, I literally just got a new phone like back in March, and my phone now can scan QR codes from like the camera, and that's not a problem. But I know like back when I had my older phone, I I couldn't scan QR codes because I didn't have that ability, and it would take much longer to do it. So I think I kind of like the paper ones. I feel like it's just a little bit easier, especially if like you're a person who has like an older phone, or like you're like an older person and you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I've only been to a few places that done that. Or most of the time, like, they do, like, the QR code for, like, being able to pay for food as well. I've seen people do that, too.
Yeah, like, I've seen that in Center City. Like, when my friends and I would go out somewhere, yeah, they have QR. I know, like, I think it was at the bar we went to, it was, like, there was, like, a QR code for the menu, because at a bar, you can't really, like, pass around menus because there's so many people there, so
Yeah.
I think that was the thing. But yeah.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this before, but we talked about like fast food places increasing their menu items. But the president of, I think, U.S. McDonald's did a study and a report, and they found that McDonald's prices have increased 40% since 2019. Now, I usually don't go for McDonald's, but I know my boyfriend's family gets McDonald's frequently, and I just noticed that it's like really expensive these days. It's like $10 for a Big Mac when compared to before it used to be $7.29 a few years ago. And I just think the fast food prices these days are ridiculous now.
Yeah, my mom and I were talking about that yesterday because we were getting something and we stopped by McDonald's to get ice cream. And an ice cream sundae at McDonald's, it used to be like $1.50, maybe $1.89. Now it's $2.89, and I'm like, it's not even worth $2.89 because it's literally like just vanilla ice cream and chocolate syrup. Like, it's not like we're getting like a McFlurry or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're hiking up the prices, and my mom and I were talking about it, and we were like, this is ridiculous, considering like we're getting fast food of all things.
I know, I saw it. They said that 10-piece McNuggets went up 28% and French fries increased by 44%. And now McDonald's saying that they're going to offer a 5-value meal deal, but I feel like they should be doing what I feel like we talked about this before. Some other restaurants are doing like price value checking where they're like changing like the menu at certain times of the year to like reduce the cost. I think we talked about that. I think we said that Wendy's was doing that. I don't remember. I don't want to quote myself on that, but I feel like we talked about that they're doing like smart pricing. I don't really specifically remember.
Yeah, I think I remember us talking about. We definitely talked about Wendy's.
Okay.
In regards to like prices for fast food going up. I don't remember what it was specifically.
I don't either, but I just know even like fast food prices. Even like when I go out with my boyfriend and get food, and we get McDonald's and we get like nuggets and 2 things of fries and like a burger and drinks, it's already like $20-$30. I'm like, is it really that much just to get food for like 2 people? Come on now.
Yeah.
That's like $15 per person when like usually it should not be. It should be at least maybe $5 to $10 to get like fries should be like $2 to $3. Nuggets should be $2 to $3 instead of like $6 or $7. Honestly, I just think it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous because now it's like, even like if you get something on like the dollar menu, it's not even like $1. It's like you're paying $3 for a double cheeseburger, and honestly, double cheeseburgers, they used to be like the cheapest thing you can get. So that's just ridiculous.
Not even like speaking on fast foods, but just like other places like Five Belows and Dollar Trees I've been at like recently, and even they advertise like things are like under $5 and things are under $1. They will be more than that. Like I've gone to like a Dollar Tree to get something because I think I tried to get like a charger or something, and a charger was like $4, and I'm like, this is a Dollar Tree. It should not be this expensive. And I went to get like gifts at Five Below and they were $7 each. I'm like, I thought this was Five Below. I know that tax brings it up a little bit, but like $8-9 for an item, why are you selling it at Five Below?
Yeah. I've seen, I used to I still go to Dollar Tree a lot to get stuff. Although, I mean, I get that, like, the reason why they hiked up the price to now being 125 and up is like so they can get like better options out there, and they do have like better stuff out there since, but it's still just kind of like, why do we have $5 things in a Dollar Tree? Like, what are we doing? And then like Five Below is just getting crazy because when we were kids, everything there was, I mean, there were some things that weren't $5, but like on average, the highest price thing there was like 10, and that was for like headphones or something.
Yeah. I know. I see the kids' toys today at Five Below, and all they advertise for kids are just tons of fidget toys and like I don't even know what they like. LOL dolls and like fidget toys are like the thing for kids now.
Yeah, and also they like the blind box surprise things.
Yeah, they're into that too. Which got me. I saw a thing. Went to a store and I saw that they were selling Shopkins baskets, and I was like, I thought they got rid of those.
Yeah, I remember when Shopkins were relevant. Now it's like the mini brands where it's like the little mini food things, and I try so hard to not even think about buying them because I used to be obsessed with collecting like those food erasers that you used to get at Five Below and stuff like that when I was like 10.
Yeah.
So if I start recollecting that stuff, it's not good.
I see like they advertise for kids like all those kids, all they have is like slime making kits or like rock finding kits or like tie-dye making kits for kids, which I feel like they had when we were younger, but I feel like they weren't like that heavily. I also walked into a Learning Express and I saw that they were selling Rainbow Loom still, and I was like, that's still a thing as well. I think we talked about it last week that they're still doing Rainbow Loom, but I just have an interest in like what are kids into these days?
Honestly, I don't even know because I feel like, I do think it's a good thing that they're getting into things that aren't just simply like being on TikTok or on the internet all day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also just concerned about like, what do these kids like though outside of slime and skincare stuff? That's a little bit concerning.
I know. I just see tons of stuff advertised for them as like fidget toy stuff and like mini brands and like these like scary stuff and like slime making kits and all these like kits, and I was like, that was not a thing for us ever. That was not advertised for us ever. It's just weird, the generation these days. I don't know.
Yeah, it's because I feel like there's nothing else for these kids to really get excited about other than like skincare. Because I remember I was watching something about like the whole Sephora kids, and one person in the comment section said, basically these are just kids making potions at this point. Like they're like how we used to make potions with things, but now it's like with expensive skincare. Like the kids just want to play, but we just need to like allow them to just like be kids and just play around and stuff, but not with like skincare, like with like other things.
I totally agree. There needs to be something that's like not expensive for kids to like be able to play with and enjoy. To me, Okay, we're just gonna talk about one more thing because my laptop is going to die. Actually, we'll just talk about a couple more things. I saw this as like a meme post, but apparently there's like a public punching bag in the streets of New York, which I found was interesting. I don't know how legit it is, but I saw a photo on Meme IG about it. I can look it up, but apparently it's in the streets of New York for people to like let out their anger. It's like a legit. I guess it's legit. I guess it's a legit thing because I'm showing photos of it right now, but that's hilarious. I haven't been to New York in a while. I went to go see a Broadway show, but like that's hilarious.
That is funny. I mean, they need some in Philly right now. I know that's for sure.
They really do. I don't know who. I think it's called Don't Take This the Wrong Way is the company that made that, but I'm like, that's just brilliant because people especially they put it like, I think they put it right by like stoplights too, so like when you're waiting and when you're crossing traffic as well, when you get super annoyed as well, I feel like that's helpful.
That makes sense. It makes sense, especially for New Yorkers. I think that makes sense. I think they need that in every city, though. I think that'd be much better than like road rage or anything.
I think so. I think that's what they need. I think all cities need that. I saw it and I was like, there's no way that's actually legit. But then I like looked at photos of it. I'm like, that's actually legit. So I feel like I gotta go to New York sometime and see if it's actually a thing. I don't know how many are there, but I just saw that post about it. I was like, that's genius
Yeah.
that someone posted about or someone made that. What else do we have? I also saw that Instagram Notes are having updates. I never liked Instagram Notes to begin with, but now they're adding where you can post like questions, polls, open-ended statements, and discussions, and also people can like your notes post. I never got into the notes posting because I don't see the point of it.
I don't even know what notes are really.
I really don't. I just see it in my DMs. People have like a little note about their DMs, and I'm like, what's the point of like just saying hey to everybody when you can do that on your story?
I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get what the point of it is either.
It makes no sense. I don't know, but they're doing tons of upgrades to it, but I know that people like can add music to their notes now, and I know that people use them just to say like good night everyone or like good morning everyone, but I'm like you can do it on Snapchat. You can literally do it on Snapchat and on your story. You don't have to post to your DMs and post like a note and say something to it. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't check the DMs enough for people to notice that, you know? I only check the DMs when people DM me.
To me, I don't get the point of it. But they're adding new things about it. I don't get it. Oh, also I saw Halsey posted to Instagram. Let me read exactly what she said. She posted story short, lucky to be alive. Oh, long story short, lucky to be alive. Short story long. I wrote an album. It begins with an end. It begins with, and then it's called the end. She didn't. So like a lot of people think that she has leukemia and lupus because she posted the foundations about it. So I hope oh well goes to her. I hope that she recovers and gets better. I'm thinking she has it if she posted, both of them in the comments, but everyone was saying like well wishes to her. I love Halsey. I love her music, so I hope everything is well for her.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But I just saw and I was like, not Halsey. Oh, did this bracelet just broke on my okay, cute. I love Halsey. That's so sad.
Yeah, I mean that probably explains why they haven't put out a lot of music in the past few years.
I feel like a lot of singers these days are getting like diagnosed with stuff, and it's just very unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
It's just
because they're like performers.
Yeah.
So like they're constantly vulnerable to that stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. What is my laptop at? 9%. All right. So I'll just do about the stuff happening in Gaza City and to the Palestinians. I think it's really unfortunate, and I think everyone should bring a word to it and at least donate to help the people of some sort because I know a lot of people are getting killed in it at the moment. It's just very sad to see.
Yeah. I think it was like last week. A lot of my favorite YouTubers had a live stream for it. And I didn't watch the live stream like in real time, but I know I clicked on the live stream and then I clicked on the link to the charity that they had, and I donated at the time, like, because I didn't have a lot of money, $3, but yeah, and I hope I can donate more because I'm also planning on getting a job soon, so hopefully I'll be able to donate.
Honestly, same. I'm trying to get a job too, but I see a lot of people posting their story like what is the AI generation image? All eyes on Rafa. I see a lot of people posting about that. I didn't post about it, but I know a lot of people have been posting about it. It's just unfortunate that there has to be crisis in the world. Yeah. And I saw an article or a post about it that they plan these out. They do it during like major big US events. I saw like something happen during like the Met Gala. I don't know the specific post because I can't find it, but they plan to do it when there's big US events to hide the fact that stuff is going on. I just think that's disgusting to do in general and very unfortunate that that's happening.
Yeah, and like I think however, people can help, I think is helpful. Like what I've been trying to do is watch a lot of like videos and watch a lot of like media about it,
Mm-hmm.
and by engaging with it, it hopefully will, you know, get into other people's algorithms and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you know, like, even though like my reach is kind of like small in
Yeah.
the sense that like my Instagram is a private account, so therefore me sharing things will be limited because only the people I allow to follow me can see my stuff.
Yeah.
The least thing I can do is donate, and then also watch the people who are public and watch the people who are making this content and just help boost them enough to get it to other people.
Yeah. So, I mean, I should donate at some point, but if you haven't, please go donate, you know. It's very unfortunate that a lot of people in the world don't have the lifestyle that we lived. It's very sad to see.
Yeah, because like, you know, and also like there's so much things happening in terms of like graphic videos and photos of
I know.
things happening.
I saw photos of it. I'm like, that's just sad. They have like tons of them in like some areas sleeping together, and there's just like really, I don't know if there were sheets or just like dirty matches, but I saw like 50 mattresses just in one area and tons of people in the other area, and I was like, that's their sleeping condition. That's really bad.
Yeah, and also like, you know, if for some reason you don't want to donate to a charity, but you want to donate directly to people, I know there's a lot of people who have GoFundMe's right now where that money is directly going to people in Gaza or people trying to escape Gaza, and I think that's also helpful too because that's going immediately to those families. So.
So if you haven't, please donate. Keep posting to your stories about it. Do anything you can to help. Yeah. My laptop is on 7%, so I feel like we should just end it anyways on that note. So just please donate. Also, yep, donate, share, do anything you can about it. We hope that you enjoy listening to our show. You can check us out on our websites. We have one website, which is dgsuarez63002.wixsite.com/wiretalkshow. You can also check us out on our Instagrams as well. My Instagram is at downot630. You can plug your Instagram.
At @smearcanard_photography. Make sure to stay up on news about UArts because a lot of UArts students have been talking about it, and a lot of UArts students want to, including me, want to make this more of a big news so people can really, you know, understand the gravity of it, and also free Palestine.
Yeah. All good notes. So yeah, do anything you can to help anything. So anyways, we hope that you enjoyed listening to our show, and we will see you back next week.